Welcome to my life as an NPC. I am Carbon Scythe, and today we're going to continue to play Coffee Talk. A lot of things happened in the last episode, and a lot of things are happening, and it's all like congregating together. So we are very close to the end here, I believe. I don't know how much else we have. It feels like I'm missing. Yeah, right. We have most likely 2 days, maybe 3. Because I don't think the game will continue much longer after the wedding. I think that will be the sudden death moment. Yeah, let's go. Let's see what's going to happen. Monday, October 2nd, 2023. Goblin Labs shut down researchers to finally stop experiments after 1,304 incidents. Goblin Labs. I wonder what they were experimenting on. Oh right, that's because that's alien shit. And they have even a DNA strand here. Double helix or whatever it's called. Users of Automata Chill's new stories feature, it needs a longer duration. Oh, does it now? The piece of halfling advice that's seared into my memory. Okay. But yeah, this is aliens and the fire agents, and so Silver and Amanda will show up. We have 7 stories.
So I drove him around while he was nursing his broken heart.
I really don't know why we're discussing my sad stories right now. Eyes on the happy couple.
Hello.
Aw, it wasn't sad so much as cute, though.
Have the wedding already been, is what I'm trying to say here. But it's true that you and Mr. Bayliss should be in the spotlight, Miss Lua. Are these wedding pictures we're going to see here? No delivery today. Oh, look at that picture! She got a new picture. Let me see. Oh, let me see her picture. Yeah, that's nice. Check this out. Your boy has started a new podcast for y'all. Wanna know more? Sure. Sorry, not sorry. Forgot to post the trailer. Here it is. Full version drop at 8 p.m. Do you like video podcasts? Here we go. Here it is. DTR, Down to Ride, vlog number 1. Go watch and tell us how you liked. Is this a real... Oh man, that was probably a real thing. Let's see here. bit.ly/DTR-ide podcast. Boom. I sign up at Toga Productions YouTube channel. Let's forget about that. I thought something was going to happen there. Damn it. Like an actual trailer. Check out my friend's new podcast. Gotta love that. See, she's getting some attention here. Yay! 20 people like this. Down to ride.
Or just in the light.
Sorry. I'm tiring. Oh, that's a misspell. Trying to get to the switch.
Ow.
Whoops. I apologize, Mr. Gala. You're literally solid like a wall. Did we just flip his nipple then? Instead of the light switch?
I'll take that as a compliment.
Ah, here we go. You all found your way to a seat. I'm impressed.
We've been here often enough that we know the place like the back of our hand.
But I thought, oh man, I did miscalculate things. Oh no, the wedding, this is the third day. Today is the wedding. Or it was.
That's what it means to have regulars, Carbon.
So it does. Now, shall we get the celebration started?
Please, I'm so excited.
That's adrenaline for you. Hang on to that feeling.
You call it adrenaline. I call it deep, passionate, irresistible fascination for a husband.
Hey, don't get too cocky, Mr. Miller.
Miller. That's your name, Bailey's a Miller?
Oh, are you taking Lua's last name, Bailey?
Okay, that was Lua's name. Lua Miller. Okay.
No, we're keeping our last names.
Ah, okay.
I will be Mr. Miller if it pleases Miss Miller. Anything to make you happy.
Aw, you always make me melt.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
He said, wiping off his tears.
How many times must I tell you? It was the City Hall flowers. They make my allergies flare up.
Dude, you're dead. You don't have allergies.
Sure. Let's go with that.
This would be the perfect time for some drinks.
I wouldn't say no to something hot for sure.
And to something sweet.
To something decadent and chocolatey.
But let's keep it fresh.
Fresh is mint, I believe.
There's enough sweetness here to give me a sugar rush.
So, in summary...
Sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it, please, Carbon.
Sweet and chocolate, but with some freshness to it. Please, Carbon. Sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it. Sweet and chocolatey, and with some freshness to it. I guess. Oh! Oof! Oof! After midnight! This is a party drink. This inspired by a sweet evening treat. Hopefully the drink is to your liking. And I only had to do one. That's good. And now check off that chocolate drink. Boom. A whiff of old world charm. A soupçon of intensity. And a dash of fresh air for timeless late night celebrations. Hopefully the drink is to your liking.
I love it. It's very unique and festive.
Very comforting.
Exactly what I had in mind.
It's fine.
Fuck you.
High praise from God.
Everyone laughed at that.
You know it. It tastes a bit British. Have you ever been on that side of the pond, Carbon?
I did a bit of traveling in my day.
Maybe we ran into each other in the past.
Maybe we did.
Passing each other like two ships in the night. Before meeting at the mooring.
That's very lyrical.
I blame the mood on you two.
All I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy I once met. He went absolutely wild during Fury. But even then, he would beg the wall's pardon after putting his fist through it.
Sounds about right. And I imagine you two became great friends.
Nah, you no rude vampires are much more my type.
Hey! Actually, no, I'm not offended. Rude vampire and proud of it.
I'm proud of it.
That would look great on a t-shirt.
Awesome idea. I'll consider that for a Christmas gift. Right. I guess we should raise a toast. Does anyone want to make a speech? Someone? Carbon, maybe.
Oh no, why me? I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches.
You definitely are.
Really, Bayless?
Yes, if you want to. We'd love to hear you.
In that case, thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Miss Lua, Mr. Bayliss. And thank you for making us feel a true part of your lives.
Hear, hear.
Right, this is... I'm guessing this is kind of like Toge Productions' thank you speech to all of their players. Could be.
You'll always be a part of our lives now, Carbon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Short and to the point. Good speech.
Your turn, Hyde.
Oh, that was it? I expected quite a long speech, actually.
Really? Oh, well, fine. Thank you, Lua and Baileys, for entertaining me and making me consider a counselling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch.
That means a lot, Hyde.
You've been a very good friend to us.
Don't think we're forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time.
Right. I don't know you as well as Carbon, guys. And I haven't helped you nearly as much as Hyde did. But, despite that, you've made me feel welcome. You immediately made me feel part of your family. May this warmth that you show others always reflect as joy in the family you're starting today.
That was deep, bro.
Aw, Gala.
Thanks, man. Really.
To the happy
And they
couple.
got married. To the happy couple.
To the happy couple.
Yes, Mary. Are your allergies troubling you again, Mr. Hyde?
Carbon. My dear Carbon. Never think that you're out of reach of my retribution.
Oh, is that so now? Oh, I will have... You can try me, boy. Anyway, I do apologize that we only serve soft drinks here. Some bubbles would have befitted the occasion.
Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine.
Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, actually. That if you live such long lives like a vampire or an elf does, is... first of all, I think it's kind of inevitable that you will either become bisexual or pansexual, and that's the one thing. But also, do you simply get bored with drugs and alcohol and things like that? Is that just a part of your life that you leave behind if you live for centuries? Becoming bored with being an idiot, essentially. Unless you become addicted, that is. That's kind of interesting.
Speaking of starting a family, just in case, you know.
And I'm avoiding it in solidarity.
That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you.
Thanks, Gala.
Just imagine. Little purple elves with horns running around everywhere.
Purple elves with horns.
And thanks, I think, Hyde.
I mean the chemistry on all of these characters.
I aim to please.
Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff.
He's not lying. I never saw him touch it.
Is there any specific reason why not?
I just don't like the
That's
taste.
pretty much the same as me.
Never got used to it, and never particularly tried to. People assume I like to drink, especially since I'm a big, burly dude, I guess. But nope.
Assumptions like that are annoying to me. I like that you look at it just as a taste among others, Gala. Sometimes I want to taste wine, and sometimes I just want tomato juice.
Definitely. Booze just became this big social thing. But I, for one, wish there was a better range of soft drinks.
I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. They imported some alcohol-free vermouth, homemade some fruit juice. It all tasted really nice and unique. But then they also had edible robots.
Edible robots.
And they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate.
What?
Wow. When did you go to a place like that?
A while ago with my family. Back when we were still in touch.
Bay.
I'm okay, sweetie.
Well, I make a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version. In the hard version, I use vodka. In the soft version, I don't use vodka.
Fair enough.
What else goes into it?
Oh, a little bit of basil, some lemon juice, a pinch of salt, tonic water.
That sounds like something I would enjoy.
Wait for it.
And some blood.
And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood.
Here it comes.
O-type, preferably. Universal donors and all that.
Yeah.
I think this is a joke. Hope this is a joke.
And this is why he never gets invited to parties.
What do you mean? I'm invited to all the parties. If people care to give me the invitation, that is.
You didn't show up! Ah, Mr. Hyde. I apologize for that already, but please let me say it again. I'm truly sorry for forgetting to give Bailey's invitation to Gala.
The important thing is, it all turned out fine. It was very short notice, so I was going to text everyone anyway, just to be sure.
Well, thank you, Lua. Thank you for saving my ass, but... yeah, I still messed up badly.
Still, I'm immortally wounded. I would have been displeased to miss this.
Thank you so much for being with us, the three of you.
Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work, Baileys. And your sister, Lua. She's got a very strong character. I respect that.
She's impossible, you mean. But I love her to bits.
Yeah, she took a while to warm up to me at first.
Oh, just a year or 3.
She probably wanted to make sure you were right for her baby sister.
Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of softie that she needs to protect.
Well, I mean, compared to her,
Okay.
Gala is a softie.
Jeez.
I'd say Gala is a softie compared to many people.
Fair enough.
But yes, I think she could take him when he's under fury.
If Carbon ever moves out, and I'm out of my specialty, I can ask for your sister's number, I guess.
You would have to hurry, or you'll have to step over. Your primary school friend, Baileys?
Wait, what? Your primary school friend Baylis?
Marco? I thought I caught him staring at her.
Oh, I see. Let's see. I completely misunderstood those sentences. I can ask for your sister's numbers. I guess you would have to hurry or you'll have to step over your primary school friend Baylis. Ah, okay. So Baylis' friend was looking at Lua's sister. Okay, got ya.
I bet they didn't leave it at staring. The two witnesses. Delightfully cliché, isn't it?
You seem to be enjoying the gossip very much, Mr. Hyde.
Of course I do. That's how I take my best pictures. Longing glances, touches filled with pent-up desire, scorn dissimulated in a smirk.
Hopefully you've captured some pictures of our lovebirds too.
Ah, yes, I really can't wait to see them.
Well, that's the downside of film.
I know. But it will be worth it, so I'm happy to be patient.
Good girl. In that case, I have a little reward for you.
Oh. Instant film. A perfect shot.
Oh, look at this, bae.
This is amazing.
What a beautifully captured moment, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, truly. Thank you again for doing this, Hyde.
Don't mention it. I had an alright time doing it. You can keep this if you want. It's just a Polaroid, but...
No, it's absolutely lovely. It looks so friendly and warm.
Like the wedding we always really wanted to have.
Yes, once we sifted through the superfluous details.
I love that you guys figured that out in the end. And I love this picture.
Do you only have the one, Mr. Hyde?
Why, Carbon? You wanted to frame it and hang it on your wall?
Actually, yes. Something like that.
Good thing I saw it coming. If our newlyweds don't object. I have almost the exact same one here for you.
No objections whatsoever.
Yeah, I would love that. It would mean a lot to have a little memory of this day hanging around here.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Yes, Carbon. I'm not sure where we'd be without you.
Now. So I take it you have decided to embrace photography, Mr. Hyde.
It would seem so.
That's cool.
Aw, come on, tell them.
Tell us what?
Nothing's been confirmed yet.
They're certainly not going back on it, and you aren't either, right?
Of course not.
Well then.
Oh, just tell them the story. It's obvious you're dying to.
Don't have to ask me twice. Hyde has already agreed to shoot another wedding.
Ooh!
They're a really sweet couple who's been coming to visit their kid at the hospital. Little Rose has been sick for a while. Doctor thinks she's going to get better eventually, but no one knows exactly when. So, her parents decided to get married in her room,
That's
with
cute.
her around.
That's sweet.
That's a lovely idea.
I bet little Rose is thrilled.
She is. An entire party next to her bed. Can you imagine? Anyhow, they got to chatting with Hyde. And just like that, he promised to take their pictures, pro bono.
That's very good of you, Mr. Hyde.
It's nothing. I could use the experience so that I could milk my modeling ex-colleagues for their wedding pictures.
Sounds like good social redistribution to me.
Right?
So does that mean you're sticking around Seattle for good, Hyde?
I've got the house and I've got the job. And I've got my own pocket werewolf.
Pocket werewolf, okay.
So it sounds like I'll be staying here a little while.
That's great to hear.
Hyde Leibovitz. Don't know what that means, but I'm guessing that's just his last name.
How's the house coming along?
Taking ages, but it'll look good when it's finished. I'm having it redone from scratch, so it's a process. But as a vampire, my needs are a little particular.
Fair enough. I think it's normal to be particular when it comes to your dream home, you know?
What would a dream house look like for the two of you?
We're not too sure yet.
But we're not repeating the same mistakes. No endless Tomodachi scrolling to look at other people's homes.
Good.
And no overspending or feeling inadequate on my side.
My love.
It's alright. I'm glad we talked it out through. Lua made me realize that it's fine if I don't earn as much as she does. And if my family doesn't contribute anything. In fact, Lua's mom told me the same during the wedding.
I didn't know you'd talked about it.
Don't worry, it went really well. She said what mattered to her is that I make her daughter happy. Which is good, because that's what matters to me too. And a happy Lua is a Lua who powers through her job.
Yeah, I really can't consider slowing down my career. Well, maybe a little.
Yeah, when the time comes, but the thing is, I don't mind slowing down my career. I've always been the one bringing up the kids' topic.
It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid of what it'd do to my work.
That makes sense. Women are always expected to do more when it comes to child rearing.
Well, not in our couple. We decided that when we have kids, I will be a stay-at-home dad.
Very progressive.
I will still do some freelance work if and when I have time. Not so much for the money as to keep my brain working. But I would be taking care of the little ones and of our place.
You know, I keep thinking how happy I am that I met you and married you. Not many men would have wanted that.
You'd be surprised.
Times are changing, and so on.
Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I've known many men who'd have rather stayed home with their children than go to work every day and almost never see them. You two just complement each other well.
I think so too.
Mr. Miller?
Mrs. I know. Using my family name on you feels wrong.
They would throw a fit if they heard you do that.
They absolutely would. It's almost tempting.
Do it!
But none of that matters so much anyway.
As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's.
As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's.
Oh.
Ah, excuse me.
Yo, you got an update too. Let's see what the update is then. Can we play this? Georgie. What is he doing? Did he... I think he bought earrings. Freya Faye.
It sounds like Hyde has found a new way forward.
He has, yeah.
I'm really happy about that. When I first met him, I thought he was a bit mysterious. And honestly, a bit of a jerk. But he's really quite fragile, isn't he?
There's nothing more solid and more fragile than an immortal.
Yeah, nothing screws with your head quite as much as having unlimited time.
Even elves with their only longish lives have issues.
I can imagine werewolves are somewhere between elves and humans. And we also struggle with that stuff. I guess the bottom line is, everyone gets bored and confused once in a while, right? And the longer you live, the more once in a whiles you get.
That makes sense to me.
I will say, though, I'm mighty happy that he's sticking around. For all that he can be a difficult one, he also makes life a lot more interesting. And we just really get each other after all this time. You two know what I mean.
Yes, we really do.
At this point, even when we needed to take a bit of a time out, we can trust that we'll always find our way back to each other.
That's right. You know, he's got a way of finding good people. Hyde, I mean. He liked Carbon from the start. Not that I've ever disagreed, but he just really got you right away.
He has been very kind to me and perceptive about me as well.
And I'm glad he befriended you two. This chat right now, it's really good.
You're alright too, Gala.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you.
Right back at you. Listen to that.
The storm is getting worse.
It's pouring rain again.
Brr. I'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket, Bae. But are you okay?
Yeah, don't worry about me.
I always worry about you. And I guess that's kind of my job now.
Only if I get to worry about you too.
You guys are cute. Oh, you know what's even better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other.
That is very true.
Point taken.
Rainy weddings are meant to be good luck, anyway.
Oh, are they? Did not know that.
I've always wondered where that came from. Sounds like lip service for the happy couple. To avoid a meltdown if it rains, which must happen often enough.
Really? So you don't know?
Don't know what?
Maybe it's just a thing among elves. Have you heard about it, Carbon?
Are you referring to the goddess's tears legend?
That's the one.
Never heard of that.
It's actually a whole epic in medieval elven poetry. But I can give you the short version.
Go on. I'm very curious.
Alright then. A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. That goddess had many children, but all of her children, one she liked the most. They were the shyest and the quiet. When their siblings screamed for attention, they sat aside and played with clouds.
This doesn't sound like the abridged version.
When their siblings tormented each other, they silently looked at the stars. When their siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, even if all my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. They are kind and gentle. They will love me and take care of me. She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day, as the young godling sat on the edge of a cloud, pondering the world, a gust of wind blew on them, and they lost their balance.
Oh no!
Don't worry, it's not a sad story.
Alright then.
Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground. And immediately, they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost. They stood rooted in place for many human eras, until a human found them there. Shall we call the godling Aeon and the human Ray, just for clarity?
Aeon and Ray, okay.
That's gonna help me for sure. I get lost without names.
I think those names actually are important somehow.
Alright, Aeon and Ray it is. Ray walked up to Aeon and finding them stunned, guided them forward. They took them to their village and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed by, Aeon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars and planets, clouds and suns. They talked of harvest and of young children, of famines and old men. They talked of time and of eternity, and as they looked in each other's eyes, they found the both of the briefest of moments and the longest era in there. That's how they both knew they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted the assent of their family. Ray got it without any trouble. Their family was kind fond of Aeon by then. But then, Aeon went to see the mother, the goddess.
That old hag.
Give her a chance, my love, she improves. But yeah, at first, she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favorite child should be taken away from her.
That reminds me of someone.
I promise you, she is a lot better than my mother. Anyway, she got really angry and she told Aeon, "Get married if you wish, but if you get married, then you shall wither and die, just like your fiancé."
Yuck.
Well, that's mean.
And to nobody's surprise at this point, Aeon said, "I'm alright with that. What's eternity if I can't have Ray by my side?" Down to get married they went. For many hours, the goddess was angry and shouted. Then for many more hours, she was despondent and sulked. Then finally, she turned an eye onto the ground to look at Aeon and Ray. They were in the field where Ray had first found Aeon. They were garlands and flowers, and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time, Aeon wasn't cut at all. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating on the wind. And the goddess saw that for the first time in an eternity, their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But the goddess's word, once spoken, isn't easily broken. In sadness for her child's mortal days, she started crying. And one by one, her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Aeon and Ray danced with it. So the goddess said, "For each tear of mine that falls onto you, may you live another year. And even as your hair turns grey and your skin turns parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other." And according to elves, that's how we came to be. But I think that's a bit far-fetched.
That's actually, I mean, people who invent creation myths, they are a different breed altogether. That is some difficult shit to come up with, even if it is completely stupid. But creation myths are amazing. Really.
My love, are you tearing up?
It's nothing. You're just really beautiful sometimes.
You're a born legend teller, Mr. Bayliss. That was an astonishing rendition of that story.
Yeah, that was epic. I'm not gonna look at the rain the same way now.
Ha, it's just a silly legend.
It's not silly at all. And you're right. The goddess is a lot better than your mother.
Told you.
My history with rain is a lot simpler. I just really love it when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors.
Yeah, that's a very cozy feeling.
My bedroom, when I was a little girl, was on the top floor. So I could hear the rain fall at night when I was in my bed. It was great.
That is a great sound.
I wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. A place to be safe while the rain falls outside.
For sure.
Ah, there we go. There you are. There you go. I knew the cat was coming back. I didn't know the name of the cat, but I didn't think expect you today.
Oh, look. Here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now.
Oof, that's a very wet little guy.
Poor Gala. Did he just shake rain all over you?
He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Is that your cat, Carbon?
Ah, no. But he's been around a couple of times.
I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than he was then. Although, he's not especially aggressive either.
Maybe he's adopting this place. Wouldn't be the first. That's pretty much how you got Hyde, too.
Now that's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something, though. Or someone?
If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. He came by another time a few days ago and was actually quite helpful. But he didn't look settled then either.
And there he goes.
Very mysterious.
Here we go.
What did I miss?
A cat, apparently.
Ah, yes, I saw it go. What was that about?
We're not entirely sure. He has come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stay very long or ask for anything.
I was saying that he might be looking for someone.
Ah, perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight.
Oh?
Messengers between worlds, so to speak. He may know something that we don't, or see something that we can't see.
That's just what they want you to believe. Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that reminds me of someone, actually.
No comment.
Uh-huh. Anyhow, what was the call all about?
That was the interior designer about the house. For some reason, he needed to know the exact size of my turntable, as well as whether I wanted walnut or oak floors. I just want floors I can walk on.
That's surprising. I thought you'd be more particular about decoration, Hyde.
I am particular, in the sense that I want it to look good.
But he's got no clue what to do to get there. I mean, have you seen his car? It's not, you know, peak design trends.
That car served me right, thank you very much. I remember when a certain werewolf didn't want me to drive around.
Ah, I shouldn't have brought that up. Truce.
Why don't you help Hyde with decoration then, Gala?
Why indeed?
My job. Time.
Your job. Time. I see. Everyone's a critic. But the truth is, Gala has no understanding of color, material, or shape. I'm a lazy interior designer at best, but Gala is an interior designer's waking nightmare.
Not true. I just go for functional things.
That's what people say when they've got no taste.
Yeah. Maybe my taste in vampires is the problem here.
I think your taste in vampires is your one saving grace.
Ugh.
Man, they should just move in together.
You guys sound like you're gonna be just fine.
Indeed.
You know, being like this, all together, when it's dark and damp, and feeling good and safe, and home, it's a pretty rare feeling in a kinda public place.
I think the kinda is key here. As far as I can remember, this has never felt like a strange space to me. It's my space that I'm lucky enough to share with other people I like.
I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that, Carbon.
I'm glad that's how it feels to you. Our patrons' comfort has always been a priority.
Goal is very much achieved then.
That, and also you're all alright. It sounds like everyone's gonna be busy with their own stuff for a while. But I can't wait to come back here and see your faces again. Whether in a week, or a month, or a year, I know it's gonna be a good time.
Cheers to that.
Here, here.
You're all welcome anytime, separately or together. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to.
We'll definitely pop by to give you news.
And to get my Fury remedies.
And to listen in on the drama.
We can't wait to welcome you back. This very much feels like the ending of the game.
I think the rain
Yeah,
is
it
over.
stopped raining.
And we kept you up for a while already, Carbon.
Yeah, we should all use the dry spell to get back home.
Consider the night cold.
You go first, guys, or we'll be stepping on each other's toes.
Alright. Good night, Carbon.
Good night.
Good night, you two.
Let's go, darling.
Let's. Good night, Carbon. Thanks again for being with us. Tonight and another night.
No, thank you for everything. Truly.
Have a good rest, Carbon.
Will do.
You guys coming?
Yeah, just hold the door for me a second longer.
Bay! What are you doing?
I'm carrying you over the threshold, of course.
That's on the way into the home, not on the way out of the bar.
I can do both.
You're silly.
Maybe, but I love you.
I love you too.
Bustling, busy, and a buzz. People whose thoughts I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Whose success and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like to have a chosen hive. Yeah. Shadows that will help you try to hide. Yeah, that is it for today's episode. It was a very long one, even if it wasn't by far any of my longest episodes, but it was very... They weren't expressing anything, so they were just reminiscing about how things have been, so I couldn't really give any input there. But it was nice seeing them all together, and I'm sorry, Hyde and Gala, that I didn't give you your invitation, but you still went to the wedding, so that's still good. But yeah. So, if you enjoyed this episode and want to see something else that I've been playing, you can see it at the bottom of the screen. And remember, just because you're not the main character doesn't mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.